Chris Long's career. Very good pass rusher for much of his career. I mean, finished strong, even with New England and with Philadelphia. Like the last couple of years, he was still getting after the quarterback.
He's a guy who I would genuinely love to get his college grades because it's hard to know without going back and checking again. But I remember him coming out as this sort of 3-4 defensive end,
that's what he played,
run stuffing specialist, right? And then if anything in the NFL, he flipped that and he became this edge rush speed guy who would sacrifice defending the run to get pressure. Now some of that can be what are you being asked to do, but it's just I can't. It's hard to know without the PFF grades and the alignment data and all that kind of stuff. But just from my own memory, it's hard to think of a guy who flipped what he was so dramatically from college to NFL.
He played under Al Groh at Virginia. Al Groh was a classic old school NFL 3-4 coach, and he had them running a 3-4, and Chris Long was a 3-4 defensive end. And he had that size, 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", 270, 280 range, which was kind of your classic 3-4 defensive end type of player. Adam Carricker a couple years ago was similar. He had that like long frame. Now he moved to the interior in the NFL, whereas Long
moved
out to the edge. It was just an interesting dynamic. Carricker, and they were teammates for a little bit over in St. Louis. But yeah, Long was just a pure edge defender, and his run defense grades weren't great for years, and he got after the quarterback quite a bit. As he, as his workload eased up a little bit, though, he became that guy that I think was just a little bit more efficient rushing the passer and, still finished with over 60 pressures each of the last 3 years if you include the playoffs.
Yeah,
so
I think
nice career.
He's another one of those guys that escaped the system he was in for a few years and then got a couple of shots at Super Bowls, won back-to-back Super Bowls, Eagles and then Patriots. It's nice to see a guy end it that way.
Yeah.
A guy who was a really good player for an extremely long period of time, got consistent pressure throughout his entire career, then takes a couple of shots as that situational pass rusher, knowing that he's not going to be the every down guy anymore, but knowing he can still make an impact, made some huge plays. Got a strip sack in the NFC Championship game against the Vikings. That was really what started that whole momentum swing in that game. It was close early, and then that was really the play that started to change things from being a close back and forth to being a blowout for the Eagles. Good way to go out, and deserves a huge amount of credit for what he was doing off the field for the last couple of years. Played last year for free, donated his entire salary to causes to better, other people's lives. I mean, that's obviously huge. Like the guy was getting paid, was it $10 million, and didn't take home a cent of that.
So good stuff, Chris Long. Nice career. One of the guys that we've got the full career graded.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys have Premium Stats, you guys can check it out. Premium Stats, all a part of your PFF Elite package.